Okay, ma? So this is a topic again related to Newton's laws only, ma. But here you will get one additional force. Oka extra force వస్తుంది. And that extra force is nothing but friction. Okay? Same related to exactly Newton's laws only. Just you will get one additional force. And that force we are studying as friction. Okay? It's still బాగాలేకపోతే కష్టం. Okay, ma. See, ma, what is friction? Let us see. So, it opposes relative motion. It opposes relative motion between two surfaces. Clear, ma? That is called as friction. So what is the function of friction, ma? It opposes relative motion between two surfaces. Okay? Friction doesn't oppose motion. Friction doesn't oppose motion. It always opposes motion of one body with respect to another body, which is called as relative motion. Are you able to understand? See, ma. For example, let us take this is a surface, and on this surface a body of mass m is present. Okay? So in the last class, up to Newton's laws, what we have studied, in Newton's laws we have studied that if you apply a force of m, okay, then what is the acceleration produced? A is equal to F by m. This will be the acceleration produced. This is what we have studied, no? Clear, no? But practically this is wrong. Why this is wrong? Here this is also F and this is also F, no? Are you able to understand, no? But here this F we are not supposed to write for calculating acceleration. Always we have to write A is equals to net force divided by mass. Are you able to understand, no? Then what is the difference between applied force and net force? Applied force may be equal to net force, may not be equal to net force. Net force equal avvachu kaakunda kuda undachchu. Endukala? Because until the last chapter, friction we have not considered. Friction we have not at all considered. But there is no body in this universe where there is no friction. You able to understand, ma? God has not created anything without friction. Every body has some friction. So now we are taking into consideration the additional force which is called as friction. Okay, ma? So therefore here what is meant by net force? Applied force minus of net force, minus of friction. That is called as net force. Are you able to understand, ma? See, ma. If I apply force in this direction, immediately between these two surfaces, another force called as friction develops. Okay? You are applying force in this direction, then body is trying to move in one direction, then immediately friction starts opposing that motion. And that force which is opposing the motion is called as friction. Okay? So therefore acceleration, how I can write? A is equals to applied force minus a frictional force divided by mass of the body. This will be the acceleration produced on the body. Are you able to understand, no? In Newton's laws, we did not study about this force, no? We have just studied the Newton's laws by taking ideal conditions. But practically, between any two surfaces, always friction is present. Now we are taking that additional force also for doing the problems. That's it. Okay, ma? Now see what is the direction of friction here. Body is trying to move in one direction, no? But friction is acting in opposite direction. So friction always opposes relative motion between two bodies. What are the two bodies which are present here? One is the ground, another one is the mass. Are you able to understand, ma? See, ma. For example, if I place my two hands like this, are you able to understand? If I want to slide one hand on another hand, definitely I need to apply force. Okay? Rendu ilage vellalante no problem. If one hand and another hand, if both of them, if they move like this, then no problem. No need of applying any force. Are you able to understand, ma? But if one body should slide on another body, then definitely I have to oppose the friction between the hands. రెండు చేతుల మధ్యలో ఫ్రిక్షన్ ఉంటుంది కదా, దాన్ని అపోజ్ చేస్తేనే ఒక హ్యాండ్ని ఇంకో హ్యాండ్ పైన మనము స్లైడ్ చేస్తాం. So that additional force is nothing but friction. Now the question is, what is the reason of friction? Why friction develops, ma? Friction develops because always surfaces of bodies are irregular. Okay, ma? Irregular up to microscopic level. Up to microscopic level. Are you able to understand? So for example, same two bodies, if I observe them under a microscope, are you able to understand? Same bodies if I observe under a microscope, then the surface of this mass m bottom surface, it will be somewhat like this. So this is a body of mass. Are you able to understand? Similarly, if I take the ground, if I observe the ground with the help of a microscope, then ground also will be somewhat like this. Are you able to understand? This is the ground. Now if I am placing this body on this ground, then what is happening? So these irregularities, they are getting locked up with each other. No? One irregularity is going and settling in another irregularity. Irregularities lock అయిపోతూ ఉన్నాయి కదా ఇక్కడ. Are you able to understand? So this body, if I try to move in this direction, if I try to move this body in this direction, these irregularities, because they have interlocked with each other, they start to giving force in opposite direction. No? Are you able to understand? No? So this irregularity, it will apply force on this irregularity. Okay? The irregularity which you are seeing here, or if I draw a bigger picture, so consider this is the irregularity of this mass. Okay, ma? And consider this is the irregularity of the ground. For example, both of them, they have interlocked, no? Are you able to understand? So this is the irregularity of the mass, this is the irregularity of the ground. So what does the irregularity of the mass will do? It will apply force on the ground. That's all. It will apply force on the ground. But ground can it move easily? Ground cannot move, no? So therefore by Newton's laws what will happen? Ground will give a reaction, and that reaction is nothing but friction. Are you able to understand? No? So first irregularity is applying force on the second irregularity, because they have locked up with each other. By Newton's third law, second irregularity also will apply force on the first irregularity. And which is the first irregularity? This mass. This mass is the first irregularity. Are you able to understand? No? So therefore, this ground will try to push this body backwards. It means ground is giving an opposite force on the body. And it is opposing the motion of first body on the ground. What ground is doing, ma? Ground is opposing the motion of this body. Okay? That opposing force is nothing but friction. So in all the Newton's laws problems, just we take an additional force of friction and we try to do the calculation. Are you able to understand? No? So in most of the bodies, friction will be acting in opposite direction to the motion of the body. Body tries to move in one direction, but friction always acts in opposite direction because interlockings are present. So by Newton's third law, if body tries to move in one direction, ground will apply force in opposite direction because interlockings are present. Are you able to understand? Ma? So that is the reason for friction. Come on, make a note up to here. Nenu board me the waste. Okay, ma? Now see. So let us try to understand how friction starts to develop. Study of friction. Okay, ma? See, ma, here, consider this is a horizontal ground and this is a body present on the ground. Horizontal surface undi, dani paina mass. Clear, ma? Now in this condition, can you say what is the friction between these two bodies? Ee rendu bodies madhyalo friction enta? How much is the friction between body and the ground? Can you say? What is the reason of friction? రీజన్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రిక్షన్ చదివినాం కదా ఆల్రెడీ. మరి రిలేట్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్ళాలి ఒకదాన్ని ఒకటి. అర్థమవుతుంది కదా? రీజన్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రిక్షన్ ఈస్ వాట్? ఇఫ్ వన్ బాడీ ట్రైస్ టు మూవ్ ఆన్ అనదర్ బాడీ, if one surface tries to slide on another surface, then the second surface will apply a opposite force. That is called friction. That is the reason for friction. అదే కదా చదివింది. Now in this condition, what is the friction? వాడాలి. Zero. Why it is zero? We are not applying any force. Namasima, this body is not trying to slide on this body. ఈ బాడీ దీనిపైన స్లైడ్ అయ్యే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తూ ఉందా? లేదు. మరి ఫ్రిక్షన్ ఎందుకు డెవలప్ అవుతుంది? దెర్ ఈస్ నో ఫ్రిక్షన్. ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్? మా సిమా, ఇఫ్ దిస్ బాడీ ట్రైస్ టు మూవ్ ఆన్ ద గ్రౌండ్, దెన్ గ్రౌండ్ విల్ గివ్ ఏ ఫోర్స్ బికాస్ ఇంటర్లాకింగ్స్ ఆర్ ప్రెసెంట్. సో ఇఫ్ వన్ irregularity tries to push another irregularity, second irregularity will also apply a opposite force. That is the reason for friction. Okay. Now here we are not applying any force and body is present on horizontal ground. If body is present on an inclined plane, then it is a different condition. If body is present on an inclined plane, it will have weight mg, no ma? This mg I can split into two components, no? Clear, no? If angle of inclination is theta, this is also theta, this is mg cos theta, and this one is mg sin theta. Then what mg sin theta will do? Mg sin theta will try to pull the body downwards. Clear, no? So here mg sin theta is the force which is trying to pull the body downwards. Then friction will develop. But this is a horizontal ground, no? This is what kind of ground? Horizontal ground. There is no component along the horizontal ground. Force component, weight component is not there. So therefore, body is not trying to slide. If body does not try to slide, friction also will be zero. There is no friction. Okay. So how many forces are acting on this body? Its own weight mg is acting downwards. Weight will fall on the ground. Ground will give a normal reaction, and every action is equal and opposite. So n and mg they are equal. That's it. Are you able to understand? అర్థమవుతుంది కదా. బాడీ అసలు స్లైడ్ అవ్వడానికి ప్రయత్నమే చేయటం లేదు, మరి ఫ్రిక్షన్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది దానికి? నో ఫ్రిక్షన్. ఓకే. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఫ్రిక్షన్ బిట్వీన్ దిస్ టేబుల్ అండ్ ద గ్రౌండ్ నౌ? Now there is no friction. But if I try to pull that one, then friction starts to develop. Are you able to understand? Okay. Now I take the same body of mass m. Clear now? So here I will start applying a force of 1 Newton. But body is at rest. Okay, ma? Are you able to understand what is the condition? I am applying a force of 1 Newton, but body is not moving. Body is in rest position. Okay? ఇప్పుడు ఆశీష్ విద్యార్థి ఉన్నాడు, వచ్చి బెంచ్ లాగాలని ట్రై చేస్తాడు. వాడు బెంచ్ వస్తుందా? ఆశీష్ విద్యార్థి బట్టి లాగినా రాదు. ఎందుకలా? See, there is no relation of mass here. Sima, according to Newton's law, A is equals to F by m. Already we have studied, no? So force I am applying, no? Mass is there. So definitely acceleration must be produced. Correct, no? Acceleration must be produced. But here what I am saying, I am applying 1 Newton force, but still body is in rest position. How it is possible? It is possible only when this net force becomes zero. That's all, no? When net force becomes zero, then only body will be in rest position. Friction is? No. If a friction is greater, then body will move in this direction. It will be equal. Are you able to understand, ma? If friction is greater than applied force, body starts moving in the direction of friction. That is not possible. Body is in rest position means what? Net force should be zero. Net force is zero only when applied force and opposite force they are equal. Clear now? So here I can say friction is also equal to 1 Newton. Okay? You are applying 1 Newton force, body is not moving. It means that equal and opposite frictional force has developed. Then only body will be in rest position. Okay? Similarly, I take one more body, same body let us take. I am applying a force of 2 Newton. Clear now? But body is in rest position. What do you understand? It means that the frictional force is also exactly equal to 2 Newton. That's all. Then I take the same body of mass m. I apply a force of 3 Newton. Body still is in rest position. Then again what do you understand? Friction is also 3 Newton. That's all. So what do you understand? ఏముంది సార్ పెద్దగా అర్థం చేసుకోవడానికి? ఇక్కడ ఒక బాడీ ఉంది, ఇక్కడ ఒకటి, ఇక్కడ ఒకటి, 4 బాడీలు వేసుకో. దట్స్ వాట్ వీ అండర్స్టాండ్. No. Up to here what do you understand? What you should understand is that friction is increasing according to the magnitude of the force. If you are increasing the external force, friction is also increasing. That's what we understand. So friction is not a constant value. Friction is not a constant value. It depends on some factors. So here one factor on which it is depending is external force. Are you able to understand? You are increasing the external force, 1 Newton, 2 Newton, 3 Newton. Friction is also increasing 1 Newton, 2 Newton, 3 Newton. Okay, ma? So therefore what I say, the important note point is that friction is a self-adjusting force. Friction is a self-adjusting force. Or you can call friction is a dynamic. Like the according situation. Situation బట్టి మారుతూ ఉంటుంది. అర్థమవుతుంది కదా? That is called as a dynamic. Okay? So friction is a self-adjusting force, or you can call friction is a dynamic force. Are you able to understand? So it depends on applied force. It depends on some another factors also that we will study later. Okay? See, ma. Now I will give one more condition. Second condition is that, for example, consider this is a body of mass m. Okay, ma? I am applying same force, same body I am taking. I am taking a body of force, I am applying a force of 4 Newton, and body is ready to slide. What is meant by ready to slide, ma? Body is ready to slide means, See ma, in the previous conditions when I applied 0 force, 1 Newton force, 2 Newton force, 3 Newton force, body was not ready to slide. Okay, but when I applied 4 Newton force, now it is ready to slide. It means friction is also 4 Newton. That is why it is ready to slide. No? Are you able to understand? No? Ready to slide means what? If you apply a force of 4.1 Newton, the body will slide. Clear? It means friction cannot develop more than 4 Newton. Friction cannot develop more than 4 Newton in this condition. Are you able to understand? Therefore, this friction I can also call as limiting friction. But here it is not ready to move. It is in rest position, that's it. Are you able to understand? But if I apply a force of 4 Newton, it is ready to slide. It means friction is also 4. Because still it is not moving, no? Still there is no acceleration. If there is no acceleration, what I understand? F net is also 0. F net is 0 means what? Applied force and frictional force, they are equal and opposite. Are you able to understand? So therefore, between two surfaces, always friction varies only up to certain level. Beyond that, friction cannot develop. Between two surfaces, friction can increase only up to a particular amount. After that, friction cannot increase. So that maximum value of friction, background music, that maximum value of friction is called limiting friction. Are you able to understand? No? And limiting friction depends on many factors. Limiting friction depends on normal reaction. Limiting friction depends on the nature of surfaces. Between any two surfaces, friction is not same, no? Friction varies from surface to surface. Are you able to understand? No? If it is a rough surface, friction will be greater. If it is a smooth surface, friction will be lesser. If it is a very, very, very smooth surface, friction will be very large. Friction will not be very less. Friction increases by very large factor. That is a different condition. We will study later. Sima. So therefore, what I say here, acceleration is 0, ready to slide. It is not sliding. So acceleration will be how much? 0. If acceleration is 0, net force? 0. If net force is 0, applied force and friction, they should be equal. Are you able to understand? Okay. Now what I am doing, so therefore what I write, the maximum friction that can develop between two surfaces is called, what you call that one, is called limiting friction. Okay, ma? So what is meant by limiting friction, ma? The maximum friction which can develop between two surfaces. So more than that, limiting friction is not possible. Are you able to understand? So therefore, friction always has a limit, ma. Friction always has a limit. Beyond that, friction cannot increase. Okay. In this condition, limit is 4 Newton. No? Beyond 4 Newton, friction cannot increase. If you apply 5 Newton, if you apply external force 5 Newton, then what will happen? Friction remains to be 4 only. Okay. Let us see. So for example, if I take this body of mass, and I am applying a force of 5 Newton, then what will be the friction? Same body, same surface. Then friction remains to be 4 Newton. Because beyond this value, friction cannot increase. Okay, but what is the applied force? 5. What is the friction? 4. Applied force? 5. Friction? 4. What do you understand? There is some net force. What is the net force? 5 minus 4 is 1 Newton is the net force. Understood now? So therefore, what is the acceleration produced? Acceleration produced, A is equal to net force divided by mass. Net force 1, mass, tell you. Let mass be some 1 kg. Clear now? 1. So 1 by 1, 1 meter per second square. That is the acceleration produced. Okay, ma? So therefore, who produces the acceleration always? Net force produces the acceleration. Are you able to understand, ma? That's it. So therefore, until now what we have understood that friction is a self-adjusting force. It adjusts according to the situation. But it doesn't mean that it can go up to infinity. No. It limits itself only up to certain level only. And that maximum friction we can call it as limiting friction. If you apply a force greater than limiting friction, body will accelerate. Because net force is there, no? Because of net force, body will accelerate. That is the condition. Is it clear? That's all. Okay. Now let us try to do some problems based on this one. Clear? Simple. So consider, first of all, we will study factors on which limiting friction depends upon. No? So factors on which limiting friction is represented by FL, depends upon. Okay. So what are the factors on which limiting friction depends upon? So first of all, limiting friction depends upon normal reaction. Okay, ma? See, ma, here you should think very, very intelligently. Normal reaction doesn't depend on weight of the body. Normal reaction, body weight paina depend avadu. Deni paina depend avutundi? Normal reaction paina depend avutundi. Are you able to understand? Because weight of the body always it is a constant until you don't change the planet. భూమి పైన ఉన్నంత వరకు మీ వెయిట్ ఒకే విధంగానే ఉంటుంది. చంద్రమండలం మీద పోయినప్పటికీ అది వేరే విషయం. Okay, but normal reaction changes depending on the situation. Okay, for example, if you are placing the body on horizontal ground, then normal reaction is mg. If you are placing the same body on an inclined plane, then normal reaction is mg cos theta. Okay, so normal reaction changes according to the situation, and friction depends on what? Normal reaction, not weight of the body. Okay, second one. So nature of surfaces. Okay, ma? Surfaction. Nature of surfaces. Okay, ma? And this nature of the surfaces is also called as mu, coefficient of friction. Coefficient of friction. Are you able to understand? Clear? So therefore, see, ma, smooth surface. Surfaces are smooth. Mu value will be lesser. Mu value will be less. A rough surface. Mu value will be greater. Clear, ma? Very, very smooth surfaces. Very, very smooth surfaces. Then mu value will be greater. Mu value will be very large. Okay, ma? What is the meaning of that? Let us try to understand. See, ma, if you take a rough surface, rendu rough surfaces తీసుకున్నారు. You are taking two rough surfaces. You are placing one surface on the other surface. Then if you check the coefficient of friction, it will be greater. Because to slide bodies on rough surface, it is very tough, no? So friction will be greater because coefficient of friction will be greater. Are you able to understand? Now you polish them. You polish both the surfaces. Then you check the friction. Now frictional force will be reduced. Are you able to understand, ma? Then coefficient of friction also will be reduced. But if you further smoothen them, if you smoothen them very, very, very smooth, then friction again increases. Friction will increase also. Are you able to understand, ma? For example, you should have seen sheets which are covered on the windows of the cars. Do you see? Windows, for car windows, you will have mirrors, no? So for sunlight not enter into that mirrors, we place some black color sheets. Very thin sheets will be there. Okay, ma? The surface of the sheet will be very smooth. Glass is also very, very smooth. So once you attach that one, it is not easy to remove that one. So friction will be very large between those two surfaces. What is the reason? Because surfaces are very, very, very smooth, no? Mu value increases. Mu value will become very large. Are you able to understand, ma? So up to certain level of polishing, friction decreases. But beyond that one, friction again will increase. That is the condition. Okay? Okay. Okay, ma? Therefore, how I represent limiting friction mathematically? Clear, ma? Limiting friction depends upon normal reaction, first condition. Limiting friction also depends upon coefficient of friction also. Okay? So therefore, if you combine both of them, limiting friction is equals to mu s into n. This is the condition. Okay, directly proportional to normal reaction if mu s is a constant, directly proportional to mu s if n is a constant. You can understand that one, no need of saying. So if you combine both of them, then this is the equation which I will get for limiting friction. And what is meant by limiting friction? The maximum friction which can be present between two surfaces. Okay, if you change the surfaces, friction also will change. Okay, so this is a value which is constant only for any two surfaces. For example, if I am taking bench and a table, bench and this ground, then in between them there will be certain mu value. Okay, if I change the flooring, then mu value will change. Okay, so between these two surfaces, mu is a constant. Are you able to understand? So therefore, what is the note point I have to write? Note point is that mu, coefficient of friction, depends on nature of surfaces in contact. Already I have written, huh? No. Nature of surfaces in contact. Okay. So this is another point which you should remember. Okay. Now let us do small problems on this condition. అర్థమవుతుంది కదమ్మా ఇంతవరకు? Now, so do this problem. We are applying a force of 2 Newton. Coefficient of friction is 0.5. See, generally, mu value will be less than 1. Generally, mu value coefficient of friction will be less than 1. But in very, very smooth surfaces, it will be greater than 1 also. Are you able to understand? Surfaces, viparitanga polish chestunaru anukondi, mu value will increase more than 1 also. Are you able to understand? But generally, it is less than 1. Now, I will give you one more condition. So, let us take the same body of mass 2 kg. Let us take an angle of 37 degrees. Clear now? So same coefficient of friction, 0.5. Then what is the acceleration produced? Clear now? One more question. So same 2 kg body let us take. Coefficient of friction is 0.5. Angle is 37 degrees. We are applying a horizontal force to the inclined plane F. F is equal to question mark. How about so F is equal to question mark such that body does not slide. Body does not slide. Are you able to understand now? Okay. So these are the 3 questions. Let us solve them. Now try to say the answer of this one. So 2 kg body, applied force is 2 Newton. Coefficient of friction is 0.5. Then what is the acceleration? Come on. 0.5. So she is saying acceleration is 0.5 meter per second square. So let us check whether it is correct or not. Clear now? See, first of all, we are applying force in this direction. Then friction starts acting in this direction. No? Friction starts acting in opposite direction. What is the weight of this body? 20 Newton. 20 Newton falls on what? 20 Newton denipaina padutundi. It falls on the ground. Then what ground will do? Ground will give a normal reaction. That's all, no? And what is the normal reaction in this condition? Normal reaction is 20 Newton. Normal reaction is 20 Newton. Are you able to understand, ma? So therefore, limiting friction will be how much? First of all, let us calculate limiting friction. Mu s into n. This is the formula, no? Limiting friction is mu s into n. Mu s value 0.5. Normal reaction 20. So 0.5 into 20, 10 Newton is the limiting friction. Are you able to understand now? So what do you understand by limiting friction? Huh? Okay. One point you have understood, that maximum friction which is possible in this condition is 10 Newton. Fine. Still, what do you understand? What is the applied force? Applied force is how much? 2 Newton. Limiting friction is how much? What do you understand? Body cannot move, first of all. Why body cannot move? Body can move only if you apply a force at least equal to 10 Newton. Because limiting friction possible between these two surfaces is how much? 10 Newton. It means minimum you have to apply 10 Newton force, then only the body is ready to slide. దానికి మినిమం 10 న్యూటన్స్ ఇస్తేనే అది మూవ్ అవడానికి రెడీగా ఉంది. బట్ యు ఆర్ అప్లయింగ్ హౌ మచ్ ఫోర్స్? 2 Newton. So our body doesn't move at all. There is no net force here. So therefore, what is the acceleration? This is wrong. Acceleration is 0 meters per second square. Understood now? It means even you are applying force, body is not moving. Because first force should oppose the limiting friction. And what is the limiting friction? 10 Newton. Only if you apply 10 Newton, then body will be ready to slide without acceleration. Have you understood? So therefore, what we write, therefore, applied force 2 Newton cannot make the body move. Okay, ma? Body doesn't start also. Okay, because already we studied limiting friction is 10 Newton. So until you apply a force of 10 Newton, body doesn't move. If you apply 10 Newton, then it will be ready to slide without acceleration. If you apply force greater than 10 Newton, then it will slide with an acceleration. Fine, that's all. Similarly, do the calculation for this one. Okay, ma? Try for 2 minutes and this second condition, ma. See. Sima, splitting you should be very, very clear. Without the knowledge of properly splitting, no need of learning all these concepts. Okay, so see. First of all, its weight 20 Newton will be acting downwards. No? Weight of the body mg, 2 times 20. Clear, nama? 20 Newton is acting downwards. Okay. So what can I do with this 20 Newton? I can split this one into two components, nama? So if this is mg, clear, no? So this is mg cos theta, and this force is mg sin theta. What is mg sin theta doing? Mg sin theta is pulling the body downwards. This vector I can displace here also, no? So actually this mg sin theta is acting on this body only. Okay, Rama? So what is mg sin theta doing? Mg sin theta is pulling the body downwards. Okay? Mg is nothing but 20, Rama? 20 sin angle is how much? 37. So 20 sin 37. Clear, no? So 20 sin 37 value? 3 by 5. So 5 1s are 5 4s are 12 Newton. Okay? So 12 Newton force is pulling the body downwards. Understood, no? How much force is pulling the body downwards? 12 Newton. Okay. Now first of all calculate FL value. First limiting friction find out chedda. Because without limiting friction I cannot say whether it is moving, whether it is not moving, whether force is sufficient or not. We cannot say anything. Clear, no? So first let us calculate limiting friction. Limiting friction formula mu s into n. Mu s value 0.5 I gave, no? 0.5. Normal reaction mg cos theta. Very good. See, here 2 kg body is pushing this inclined plane with how much force? With a force of mg cos theta. See the direction. Inclined plane adi push chestu undi kada with a force of mg cos theta. Then what inclined plane will do? Inclined plane also will give a normal reaction. And exactly both of them, they will be equal. Why they are equal? Vinali. 2 kg body, is it moving upwards? 2 kg body, is it moving downwards? No, it means these two forces, they are equal. Clear, Nama? So therefore, normal reaction is how much? Mg cos theta. Okay. So therefore, it is 0.5 plus, multiplied by mass of the body 2. G value is 10. Sin cos 37 value 4 by 5. So 0.5 into 10 is 5. So this will get cancelled. So 4 2s are how much, ma? 8 Newton. Limiting friction is how much? 8 Newton. What do you understand? 12 Newton is the force which is pulling this body downwards. Which is the force which is opposing the motion? 8 Newton. What do you understand? So definitely body will slide downwards. Clear now? Because the limiting friction will be in which direction? In this direction. So limiting friction is how much? 8 Newton. It means the maximum friction which can develop in this condition is 8 Newton. Beyond 8 Newton friction cannot develop. అంతకుమించి ఫ్రిక్షన్ డెవలప్ అవ్వదు. But what is the downward force? 12 Newton. So what is the net force? 12 minus 8 is the net force. That's all now. So where shall I write? I will write here. Okay, ma? So net force will be how much? 12 minus 8, 4 Newton. Once I calculate net force, I can calculate acceleration. No? A is equal to F by M. Force is how much? Force is 4. Mass of the body is 2. So acceleration is 2 meter per second. Why? That is the acceleration. So body starts coming downwards with an acceleration of 2. Okay? ఎవరో ఏదో భయంకరమైన ఆన్సర్ ఇచ్చినట్టున్నారు. This is the answer. Understood, Nama? Now, in reference to this problem, can you say what is the answer of this? Here, what is the question he is asking? What is this force such that body does not slide? Or let us change this question. Let us change this question a bit more. Clear? So, what is the minimum and maximum force? Minimum and maximum force such that 2 kg body does not slide. 2 kg body does not slide. Come on. Maximum 12 hour. No. First minimum చెప్పండి మళ్ళీ మాట్లాడుకుందాం maximum గురించి. First say the minimum force. Minimum. What is the minimum force such that 2 kg body does not slide? 2 kg body slide అవ్వకుండా ఉండాలంటే మినిమం ఎంత ఫోర్స్ నేను అప్లై చేయాలి? అంటే మీకు 1, 2 వస్తాయో రాదని చెక్ చేసుకుంటారా? ఒకరు 1 అంటే ఒకరు 2 అంటే 4 is correct. How can you say it is 4? That's it. See ma here, minimum force is 4 Newton. Let us see the answer for the first one. F minimum. Minimum force is 4 Newton. How can I say minimum force is 4 Newton? ఎలా చెప్తారు చెప్పండి, అది కూడా చెప్పాలి. See ma here, what is the force which is acting in this direction? 8 Newton. What is the force which is acting in downward direction? 12 Newton. So you do one thing, you apply one more 4 Newton. 8 plus 4? 12. 12 and 12 will get balanced, no? Body doesn't move. Are you able to understand? అర్థమవుతుందా? Clear? See here, I will draw the diagram. So this is the body of mass 2 kg. Okay ma? The force which is pulling this one is 12 Newton. కిందికి లాగుతున్న ఫోర్స్ ఎంత? 12 Newton. Limiting friction is how much? 8 Newton. Body is trying to move downwards, no? Body is trying to move in which direction? Downwards direction, because net force is in downward direction. So what you do, you just apply the extra force. Extra force means net force. Net force is 4 Newton. That you apply in opposite direction. 8 plus 4, this one, balanced, no? Body doesn't slide. Fine. Ippudu, now say the maximum force. Now what is the maximum force I can apply such that this body should not slide? 20. External force I want. External force will be how much? Come on. Anybody? Eight is not correct. Think, ఆలోచించండి. Very, very important model which we are discussing. Asked many times in the previous examinations. Okay? Think. So what is the maximum force I can apply such that body doesn't slide? Okay? Now see. Listen very carefully. I will try to make you understand this one. See, this is a body of mass 2 kg. Okay, ma? So until now what we have done, we have discussed that 4 Newton is acting downwards, no? Sorry, 12 Newton. 12 Newton is acting downwards. Limiting friction, 8 Newton is acting upwards. Now if I place one more force, 4 Newton, one more force of 4 Newton, then system is in equilibrium. System is in equilibrium. What is meant by equilibrium? Net force, if it becomes 0, that is called equilibrium condition. Are you able to understand? Okay. Now what I do is, I will apply one more force. Okay, ma? Lead force is 1 Newton. For example, for your understanding purpose, I am explaining. Are you able to understand, ma? Minimum force is 4 Newton, no? That's what we studied, no? Minimum force is 4 Newton. Now what I am doing is, 1 Newton I am applying in this direction. Now the body, will it slide or not? Huh? Slide over. ఎందుకు అట్లా? Frictional force will become more. How? How can you say friction will become more? Sima, if I start applying force in this direction, then body will try to slide upwards, no? Body will try to slide upwards. Why body will try to slide upwards? Body will try to slide upwards because now the force which is acting in upward direction, it is greater than 12. So total 4 plus 8, 12 plus 1, 13. So 1 Newton is the net force in this direction. So body will try to slide upwards. When body tries to slide upwards, friction will develop in which direction? Friction will start immediately developing in opposite direction. So friction also becomes 1 Newton. That's the condition. Now here there is no concept of FL. Now FL is not acting in upwards direction. Are you able to understand? We are applying 1 Newton extra. Then limiting friction also will be 1 Newton extra in general condition. Okay. So therefore, if I start applying force in upward direction, friction also starts developing in opposite direction. And what is the maximum friction which is possible? Maximum friction. Limiting friction is how much? 8 Newton. So therefore, I have to apply how much force, ma? So maximum limiting friction which can develop is 8 Newton. So therefore, 12 plus 8, 20. So therefore, what is the maximum force I have to apply in opposite direction? Maximum force which I can apply is 20. Already you said 20, no? 20 is correct. Clear, no? So 20 Newton. Are you able to understand? Why am I applying 20 Newton? 12 Newton is already pulling the body downwards. 8 Newton is the limiting friction. 12 plus 8, 20. These forces and these forces, they are balanced. Are you able to understand? If I apply 21, then what will happen? Now friction cannot develop more than 8, no? So downward force maximum is 20. But applied force is 21. So body starts accelerating in upward direction. Are you able to understand? So therefore, what is the maximum force which I can apply? 20 Newton. Okay. Now what has changed in this condition? In this condition, direction of friction has changed. Direction of friction. FL value did not change. Direction has changed. Here body was trying to slide downwards, no? Body was trying to slide downwards. Friction acted in opposite direction. Now here I am applying force in upward direction. So friction started developing in downwards direction. And maximum friction possible is 8 Newton. So therefore, 12 plus 8, 20. More than 20 I cannot apply. If I apply more than 20, now friction cannot develop, no? Because friction always having a limited value. More than 8 Newton it cannot develop. So therefore, if I apply force greater than 20, net force will be in upward direction. Body will accelerate in upward direction. That's all. Is it clear? That's it. So this is the only logic which is present in friction. This is the total what you called the matter in this chapter. Okay? మొత్తం చాప్టర్ అంతా కలిపి ఇంతే ఉండేది. ఇంకా దీనిపైన ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ చేసుకుంటూ పోతాం. Is it clear? That's all. So therefore, what is the summary until what we have studied? Friction will act in which direction? In the direction opposite to the direction of the motion of the body. If body tries to slide downwards, friction acts upwards. body tries to slide upwards, friction starts acting downwards. And friction is not unlimited, it is limited. And that maximum friction is called Fl. If you apply force greater than Fl, definitely body will slide. That's it. Fine?